Listen, man, you're just a fucking degenerate, bro. This grabber character in The Black Phone 2022, directed by, Scott Derrickson and, Jason Blum done the producing on this movie, man. It's fucking great, dude. His film strategy is great. I like it, man. Stick with horror movies, low budget, not big actors. It's cool, bro. It's gonna work out every time, right? you know. And it pretty much does, it pretty much does work out pretty much for this guy all the time. He has a good strategy. It's like that Moneyball numbers game strategy in the movie Moneyball. You don't need expensive players, dude. You don't need expensive actors. You just need to use your wits and position them in the right place, and you're going to get something. You're going to win, right? And Jason Blum does that great from Blumhouse Productions. Does a great job with all that kind of stuff. Very smart, very clever. If I was a businessman, I would take on his mantle of what he does, his strategy, because it's very, very good. So the Black Phone is going to have a sequel that's going to come out in October of this year. It's probably going to do very well as well. Hopefully it does, because I like to see films doing well, especially if they take a little bit of a chance. This film did take a chance, and it made 150 mil worldwide, man, with an 18 million budget. And, brilliant, man. Excellent. Great idea. And it's not just a horror film for the sake of, like, a same kind of horror film. Or you've seen this film over and over again. Yeah, we have in elements of it, but it twists things on its face. And I like that. I like that. And, like, this film has a really good little so-called message in the movie as well. It's about finding strength when you're feeling completely powerless in this world. And it's about not being afraid in this crazy world, even though you're outnumbered. You're on the downside of advantage, right? And that, like I said, the supernatural element of this film is great because it's not with the killer, it's with the boy. And don't want to give too much away because it would be pointless, because I'd like people to watch it the way that I watched it, which is I watched it cold. I watched the movie cold. I didn't know anything about it. And then I watched it and it was like, it's like a throwback to kind of like the 80s, 70s kind of films. It's based in 1978 and it's filmed great in that era. I really like that. It's like Stranger Things. It's filmed kind of like in that 70s, 80s era, and it works. It works. He finds things that work, and he finds things that people want to watch, and he likes taking risks. Jason Blum, the producer of this movie, and Scott Derrickson is a great director. I don't care if this is just a horror film. I don't look at things in that way, that it's just like, oh, it's just a dumbass horror film. Anyone could direct that. No, any film is hard to direct. Any film, any genre, whether it's comedy, action, horror films, whatever, or split film, science fiction and horror or whatever. It's hard to direct any or make any movie well. So it doesn't really make any difference what the subtext is or what the story is about, whether it's horror or whatever. It's very hard to make a film correct. So check out The Black Phone. It's well worth watching. And it's surprising when you watch it. When you watch the film, it's surprising because it's not what you really expect the film to be. We have these ideas in our head about, oh, this is a formulaic movie where I know what's going to happen next, and this is going to happen, and that's going to happen, and the characters are going to behave this way. This film doesn't do that. So it's surprising. So check it out. Also, check out my three films in the description: The Trap, Case of Death, and The Man Who Died, a short story based on D.H. Lawrence's novella, The Escaped Cock. So check them out. They're in the description. They're free. If you enjoy them, send them on to other people. That's the only way I'm really going to get the films out there. So, adios for now.